I'm Deanne from Newfoundland, Canada. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, Stitching on the Rock. Hi to everyone who's joining me for the first time. Thank you for subscribing, liking, watching, and welcome back to everyone who's been watching me for the last, I think this is episode 15, I'll check, but I know it's around 15, which I'm surprised I'm still here. It's not really my thing if you've been following me along to be on camera. People tell me I don't look nervous, but my stomach is just bubbling away here. Anyway, on to the video. I'm off my schedule of posting, which I knew I probably would be if we had a decent summer. And so far, since school has closed on the 23rd of June, the weather has been awesome. Even that week before, it was pretty good. It's humid. It's humid for here. We probably are having a nice spring day for some people. You know, our average has been around 23, 24, which is, if I double 24, that's 48, and add 32, 76-ish, 78-ish, which I know if you're in Texas or Florida or California, you're like, I'm still wearing my winter coat at that temperature, but here in Newfoundland, it's warm, especially with the humidity, and I live in a brick house, so that just sucks in all the heat. Yeah, if I could translate that into losing 10 pounds for how much I'm sweating, it would be great. But anyway, usually the last couple of weeks of June, we have fog and drizzle and fog, and we call it capelin weather. Capelin is a little tiny fish about that big that we have in our waters in the summer, and they come into our waters to lay their eggs, and they roll on the beaches, and you get lots of people out. They're really good to eat, frying them, drying them. Everybody here, or a lot of people here, really enjoy eating them. I like them, except they're, like I said, they're this big and they have bones, so unless they're dried and you can just pull the bones out, when they're fresh and you fry them, they get to be a bit of a mess to eat, but they taste good. And they draw in the whales. It's mostly humpback and minke, and so we have lots of whale watching tours and people on the beaches collecting the capelin and watching for whales, and yeah, it's a big attraction around here. But we didn't get that weather this year. We've had a beautiful end of June, which I'm not complaining about. What's been going on besides the beautiful weather? School finished on the 23rd, like I said. I gave Aaron's IRT teacher and his student assistant their gifts, and they love them. There may have been quite a few tears, and I try not to tear up thinking about it now. But if you want to see the gifts, they were in my previous video. And so yeah, we've been off now for 3 weeks-ish. Trying to get out and enjoy the good weather as much as we can. Lots of looking for ducks and feeding ducks, because my son, if you've watched previous videos, you know he loves ducks. So we went to a little place called Old Shop, and it's mostly just a cabin community now, and it's right next to Dildo, which is our famous town here in Newfoundland. And so we fed the ducks in a little pond in Old Shop, and then I got to go sea glass hunting on the beach in Dildo. And then besides going to a few parks around town and feeding ducks, on Canada Day, so happy belated Canada Day to all my Canadian watchers, and happy 4th of July to all my American watchers. On Canada Day, we went to a place called Placentia, which is about an hour and a half from here, and it was way back in the 1600s. It was controlled, run by the French, and then they fought the British, and the British chucked them out, and then the French came back, and then the British came and chucked them out again, and they ended up being sent to Nova Scotia, and then I believe Albert told me the other day they were part of the French that were sent the Acadians that were sent to New Orleans. So, but there's a big fort there, and it's up, and it looks, it was Fort Royal, which I didn't realize was the name of it, which is the same as a fort in Nova Scotia that we visited, but it's up on a hill, and you look down over Placentia, and we got some lovely pictures, and I'll put in a couple to show you. One of Albert took of looking out over the town and that, and so I got to go glassing in on the beach there in Placentia. Got a little bit, and we just drove down to some other little communities and had a lovely little day. We brought a picnic with us, and we ate there at the fort, and yeah, it was a great day. And I guess that's all that's been happening in life. My mom had, we had COVID, I told you last time. My mom had surgery on her foot the same time we got COVID. It took me a little over a week or so to get rid of the cough after all the other symptoms were gone. My mom's still recovering. She had bunion surgery, and she's having a lot of difficulty getting around. She turned 81 between my last video and now, so, you know, hopefully she'll get her mobility back better after this. Yeah, I think that's everything about my life. It's pretty boring. Housework, stitching, watching baseball, you know, nothing exciting. Having a 14-year-old that won't stop growing. I had to go and buy him new stick. He started baseball. That was another thing that happened since my last video. He takes part in the Challenger Baseball that's put on by the Jays Cares Foundation. And we did the first weekend, and he complained about his foot was hurting in a sneaker. So we left baseball and went to get him new shoes, and he was wearing size 7, which I think is the last size you can get in boys here. Now he's wearing size 9 in men's. Yikes. Yeah. He's got to stop growing. I buy him clothes, and 2 months later I could buy him new clothes. I'd like to say he's eating me out of house and home, but he's not. He's just getting taller. He's not getting wider. Okay. Anyway, now that we're 7.5 minutes in, stitching. So all my plans for June went out the window the day after I filmed my last video. I'm going to blame half of it on the weather and half of it on Darlene DeYoung Designs. It's all your fault, Darlene. She posted up, well, before the video, but I finally got around to buying them after my video. Some Canada stitch designs that she had designed, obviously. There are so few nice Canadian designs out there, like cute. There's a few big ones, like Inky Circles has one that I like, but it's big. I wanted something to put on my bookcase, you know, small things. So she posted 2, and then the day after I bought those 2, she posted another one. I haven't purchased that one yet, but I will. So all of my stitching plans of doing my full coverage went out the window because of this design. Canada Celebrates, and I love it. And it's like, my taste has gone from full coverage to the smaller designs. Although I'm still stitching my full coverage, don't worry. But I just love this, and so I started it on the charcoal even weave Lugana that I started the mom cup on that I still haven't gotten my thread, my 3865, the creamy white, but I will, because I've ordered it, because I'll show you. This is just called for 2 colors, DMC 321 and DMC 36, B5200, right, the white. I decided I wanted to do something a little different with it. So I had a skein of Louisiana hot sauce that I was going to do a Christmas in July pattern with, and I thought, oh, that would be cool because it's the right color red, but it's got a bit of variegation. So that's what I decided to stitch the red with. Hopefully you can see. Let me. I don't know if you can see the variegation. Maybe a little bit in the maple leaves there. And then the white. I was gonna do. I don't know if it was whitewash or oatmeal, but then it was like a dirty white. Let me get a piece of paper here and see if you can see it better. Hopefully. And I didn't want to do a dirty white. I wanted a white, but I didn't want to do the B5200. Just I wanted to be different. So you probably cannot pick it up. But I did the DMC Pearlescent Light Effects. And I don't, you probably can't. It's just a bright white, but it's got a little bit of sparkle to it. But you'll notice when I get down here, I got Nada Day, and I don't have my flag finished, and I don't have the bunting or the swag, whatever you want to call it, finished, because I ran out of Louisiana hot sauce. And I ran out like 2 days before Canada Day, and I can't get it anywhere here. So I've put in an order for Gitas for this and the 3865, and they'll be here someday, soon hopefully. But I will have a lovely Canada Day piece for next year's Canada Day, and I will have two, and I'll show you the stash now. The other pattern I bought was this one, which is Sure Signs of Summer, which I also think is so cute for a Canada Day piece. And the third one, I didn't take a picture of anything, but it's on her Etsy, which I will link below, and it is also very, very sweet. And I've told her to keep designing Canada Day patterns, as many as she wants, because we have to catch up to all the really cute American ones that are out there. Like the Stitching with the Housewives has so many, and I love them all. But I'm not American, so it would be weird if I stitched them. But I told Darlene, keep stitching, keep stitching. So other than that, I've only worked on 2 other pieces because, like I said, we've been out enjoying, and I took a piece with me in the car. I cannot stitch the car. I don't know if it's me or the road to Newfoundland, but it's like, okay, 1, 2, bump. Okay, I gotta start over. 1, 2, 3, bump. Okay, I gotta start. I just cannot do it. Maybe if I was on a, I know, if I was on a plane or something, I'd be able to stitch, but not on our roads. So the 2 that I've also been stitching with on, I'll just give you 1 second here. I meant to look and see how many stitches I did in my pattern today, and I forgot. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so I am stitching on, I'm going to leave it in the Q-snap because you can see most of it, Mini Sunflowers, Heaven on Earth Designs by Marion Broom. Oh, if I hold it right. So I have been stitching on this one. And I have, and I've lost my little notebook with, well, I have done about 500 stitches. I checked them, but I don't see my notebook where I've been writing it down. So it's around 500, maybe a little bit less or a little bit more. And I'm just shy of 20% of the pattern done. And I hope you can see it. I'm filming in the evening. I usually film earlier in the daytime, so I don't know about the lighting. But there you go. So most of what I have been stitching is the center of this sunflower, the smaller one. I still don't think I'm holding it right. I'm not. How do you like that? That's the top corner. Like that. And it's pointing that way. Well, that was brilliant, wasn't it? At least I wasn't holding it upside down. Yeah, so I've been stitching the middle of this sunflower here. So I'm going to keep going until I get to my 20%. And then I'm going to switch to the other piece that I've been stitching, which is Erin's birthday gift, which is the London Underground. And Let me see the picture. Oh, here it is, up here. Just 1 second. I'm so organized today, aren't I? This here, which I got off of Etsy from Jonelle Designs. Anyway, I'll link her below as well. So yeah, it's a lot of lines. But I'm over halfway done, and I have 3 weeks to finish it. So I should be concentrating on this once I get my 20% done on my sunflower. So there we are. I have the border 3/4 of the way done, and all of the top half of the lines done. And if it wasn't stitching 1/1, it would probably be going a lot faster, but hopefully he will like it. It's not for me, so it will go up in his bedroom, and I'm sure he will like it. And that's pretty much what I've been working on. I don't think I have a Christmas in July piece picked out. It is Country Cottage Needleworks Joy, Ornamental Joy. And I think I'm just going to do it on the 24th and 25th. As long as Aaron's birthday gift is finished, then I will pick this up on the 24th and 25th and work on it for those 2 days for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Yeah, and that's my stitching. The only thing I have left is my Share the Stash, which I said I was going to do. Bank Creek Snowman. It is copyrighted in, I think I saw 1996. Let's see, did I see it here? Yes, 1996, so I doubt it's available to purchase anywhere. I had a lot of people ask about it, and a lot of people interested, so I've told them all to stay tuned. The only thing I ask is that you like the video, that you're a subscriber, that you're, everyone I've seen says you have to be 18, and everyone I've seen is in the States, so I'm not sure if in Canada it's 18 or 19, but one of those. You have to be over that age so you can legally give me your address. I want to know, now that we're in the middle of summer, do you get a lot of snow where you live? Like, I guess a lot of people would say we get a lot. I don't think we get as much as like Western Canada gets, like Alberta and Manitoba and Saskatchewan. We do tend to not get our snow until after Christmas. We might get a little sprinkling or two before, but not usually a lot. We get most of our snow between January and March, right when we're ready to be ending winter. We usually get a good dumping of it. It'll be 4 years in January. I think we had Snowmageddon, which was a lot of snow. We were in a state of emergency for several days, and I'm sure if you Google Snowmageddon in Newfoundland, you'll see lots of pictures of snow. But you know, we all put snow tires on, and you are allowed to have studded tires here for a certain amount of time, especially for people who travel over the highway a lot. Yeah, so tell me in the comment if you get a lot of snow, or if you get no snow. You know, if you've never seen snow, let me know that too. I'm just curious as to where you all are living, what kind of winters you have. Alright, I guess that's it for this very short video. I'll be back maybe next week because Aaron is at his, or on the weekend, Aaron is at his dad's on the weekend. So if I have any progress, I'll be here the weekend. If not, in a couple of weeks.